Do you trust this guy?
Yeah.
Are you sleeping with him?
I bought her that apartment. She's in there having sex with that dude right now.
Gary, how do you know that?
Were you that drunk? You and Q in my bed. Good thing I have a picture in my phone.
I accidentally took your keys last night.
I have my keys.
So then whose are these?
Oh.
Do you recognize them?
Airport video. Now, what are you doing on this flight? Man, I got you now, you little bitch.
Okay, Sistas fans, at this moment, it is before 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, so just give you, a present update. I have not received any sort of promo from anyone in regards to next week. I don't even know if there was a 10-second promo that aired during the commercials after the next show, after the episode last night. So this video is strictly on the end credit promo for next week's episode. So again, this is only the end credit promo. Once they drop the 15 or 30-second trailer, I'll do a full video on that. But people wanted me to do a video on the end credit promo immediately because there are a few interesting details to go over. So hopefully the full trailer will, explore things even more. But we're talking Enemy of Mine, Season 4, Episode 18. Hayden is consumed with finding out how Zach keeps escaping jail time. So it seems that in the upcoming episode, we may actually see Zach get out of jail, somehow having the charges dropped. And I think it's in relation to the first scene of the promo. So you got Robin, who looks like, he's at work in the office. Not sure. I mean, maybe he's in like a New York office because he literally said after the, meeting he was going to get on the jet. But then you could argue that maybe he had a couple of things to tie up at the law firm in town, and then he would get on the jet. Because remember, at the end of the episode, Andy was at jail. So I guess maybe after she, got the news from D.H. Jefferson, she stepped out because Andy's standing kind of like in the waiting room area of the jail on the phone with Robin. And Robin's like, do you trust this guy? Most likely referring to Zach. Yeah. Are you sleeping with him? Now, some people are thinking that Robin is showing signs of being Gary 2.0. I don't fully see that. He's probably curious as to why Andy is fighting so hard to get Zach out of jail. So maybe Andy's going to explain, well, it's not necessarily for me, it's for Fatima, and it all leads back to Hayden. So that's just my opinion on that situation. Speaking of Gary, he's at his office and Aaron is there. Now, some people are wondering, whoa, what the hell is Aaron doing there? Like, is this suspicious behavior? Like, is he also involved with the whole Gary and Hayden thing where he's trying to get Zach out of the picture so Karen is fully his? No. Remember back in season 2, I think, it was revealed that Aaron, as a pastor who we've never seen at church, Aaron is Gary's spiritual advisor. So this is not out of character for him to see Gary. I don't think we've seen Gary and Aaron together since like early season 3, around the time, Gary did that surprise wedding for Andy. That's what if I remember correctly. So Gary, is still upset. I bought her that apartment. She's in there having sex with that dude. Aaron's like, Gary, how do you know that? So I wonder if it's, a situation where Aaron's going to figure out that he's spying on her because, Gary's making these quote unquote outlandish claims, but he's not saying how he knows something. So Aaron's probably going to call him out for it. Who knows? Okay, next up, we're at the apartment. Maurice, is sitting in the kitchen. You got Calvin and Q on the other side of the counter. And remember, this is still early in the morning because we cut off the episode, right around the time the ladies were getting ready or already at work. So it's still, early in the day. Maurice is saying, were you this drunk? Were you that drunk? You and Q in my bed. Good thing I have a picture in my phone, even though I don't see how he would have a picture in his phone, because if I remember correctly, he opened the bedroom door, he screamed, and then he saw Q and Calvin, and I don't recall him ever pulling out his phone. But then again, Tyler Perry in that writing, man, I tell you, he probably will say he did, but he didn't. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So, and I went back to look at the scene, and I did not see Maurice pull out the phone. He was just shocked by what he saw. He wanted to vomit, gone. He wanted both men out of his room. That was it. Okay, so speaking of Aaron, he's at the salon, and thankfully he seemingly has a reason to be there instead of just popping up on Karen unannounced. Aaron's like, I accidentally took your keys last night. Karen's like, I have my keys. So whose are these? And then I think Karen is looking through her key set going, oh, you recognize them? I'm going to be completely transparent. I have no fucking idea whose keys they are. I know the ladies have their key. They use it to open the door, but think about it. Sabrina opened the door, but the girl stayed outside. So there's no way the keys that they have made it inside of the apartment. I mean, unless they left them in the door, but even still, Aaron wouldn't take those keys because it wouldn't make sense. Could those keys belong to someone else? Like, I don't think it was Rico, because Rico in season 1, remember the guy that came over to have, that Karen, was going to use to, kind of move on from Zach in the moment because he wasn't acting right. Basically her, a man to take care of her needs whenever Zach isn't acting right. But Rico came over, put Karen in her place. Like, look, I'm getting married. Somebody who actually loves me, have a nice life. So I don't think it's him. She probably has somebody else, just somebody else on the side. But I don't want to assume, because people are like, well, Jeremy, you and so many other people assumed that the whole Karen was saying, I feel like I'm losing him with Zach, but it was actually Aaron that she was talking about. So what? The trails are misleading. And I mean, this could be a scene that's misleading as well, where it's nothing suspicious, but you don't bring up something. It's like, well, not Pavlov's dog, but something about a gun, where if you're writing a book, you say there's a gun in chapter 1, it better go off by the end of chapter 2 or 3. Like, you don't is it Chekhov's gun? Basically, you don't mention something like that unless it has some sort of importance or merit to the story. And Aaron mentioning those keys could have some significance, having us looking at Karen a bit sideways. Keep in mind that episode 19 in the synopsis, we have no information on Karen, but it's episode 20 where it's like Karen chooses to tell Zach how she genuinely feels. So it's one of those situations where I wish I knew whose the keys were, but I have no earthly idea. I mean, it's seeming like it's somebody else's keys, like someone else has access to her apartment. Okay, next up, and the last thing to talk about, Hayden is in his office. He's still trying to get any kind of information on how to bust Zach, I suppose. So here's what I'm guessing, because, okay, here's the scene. He's saying verbally, thank God, that way we ain't got to try to figure out what he's doing. Airport video. Now, what are you doing on this flight? I got you now, you little bitch. Okay. Now, what are you doing on this flight? Okay. So, he could either be talking about Robin, maybe, or, here's what I really think, he's probably talking about Tony. Tony is the woman that Zach helped out at that, at the airport back in season 3, right? When he got the stock information to begin with. So he probably recognizes Tony as being, what is it? Is it like the senator's wife or something like that? The one who's doing insider trading, because remember, they were supposed to get a divorce. And he'll probably see Tony and Zach together, do some facial recognition and whatnot, and then eventually see that they met up at a hotel, and it's like, uh-oh, I got your ass now. So it could be one of those situations. Now, that's what I'm thinking here when it comes to Hayden and what he's planning. Now, remember, he's still like, oh, great, Robin, the new boss, he's in charge now. And now, I'm guessing that he's doing this airport search because maybe he finds out or overhears that Zach has also been released from jail due to Robin helping him out. Because remember, the synopsis of this next episode is Hayden wondering how the hell Zach keeps ducking and dodging jail time. So that's really all I have to say. Well, damn, almost 10 minutes. That's really it for the end credit trailer. I can't wait for the full trailer to come out. That way we can break that down further, either tomorrow or over the weekend, depending on when BET drops it. Hopefully it's later this evening. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe, hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And yeah, there we go. I'll catch you on the next one.